Yellow, yellow, yellow. Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and today I am going to be teaching you how to open up your margin trading account on the Binance exchange. Now, Binance very recently introduced margin trading onto their exchange, and well, this is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. Binance is going to let you margin trade on not just the top 5, top 6 high market cap coins like your status quo Bitcoin, Ethereum, TRX, XRP, all of that jazz. But also, you can now margin trade all coins as well. All those shit coins, you can now take advantage of their volatility, not just on the upside, but on the downside as well. So you can imagine when those dips come in, we can sort of make money on the downside. So essentially what this has done, this has opened up a new range of opportunity to a lot of traders in the crypto market. Now I'm going to go over this video in parts, that way it makes it easier for you guys to navigate, and I'm going to go through this series assuming that you at least know the basics of margin trading. If you do not, there's a lot more you need to sort of catch up on. And more importantly, guys, I am going to assume, now I really hope I am right on this assumption. I am going to assume that you have a basic knowledge of technical analysis. Even if it's like bare basics, you know, support resistance lines, all of that stuff, at least the basics. In addition to that, and over that, I really, truly hope that you have some degree of risk management in place. If you do not, for any reason, you should not be margin trading, period. This is going to be risky business. So please, I implore you, if you do not have either of those in place, more importantly, the risk management part of it. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's teach you how to open up your first margin trading account on the Binance exchange. So I'm going to go ahead with this video assuming that you know nothing, Jon Snow, which essentially means that you don't even have an account. So first things first, guys, navigate onto the Binance website, binance.com. Super straightforward. Make sure you have the right link. I will include that in the description below so you don't get lost. You're not out there clicking scammy links you shouldn't be clicking. So yeah, I will include that in the description, so make sure you have the right link. So the first thing you're going to do is hit this nice big yellow button on the right hand side corner. It says register for those of you who do not have an account. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to hit that register button. Now, the drill is super simple, guys. Super simple in that it's the same thing for every website. Every website where you are required to, well, have an account to proceed. Got to put in your email. Got to put in your password, which has to be 8 characters long, must include, well, uppercase letters and numbers and a strand of your hair and a drop of your blood, all of that good jazz. But in addition to that, guys, Binance has given you a field over here which says Referral ID. It's optional. However, if you do have a friend or a family member who has a Binance account, get their referral ID. Why? Because essentially what that referral ID does for you and for them is that it gives you a certain % off on your fees. Every transaction, every trade you make on the exchange is going to have a certain fee associated to it. So, well, if you can get a discount on that fees, why the hell not, right? If you are someone who does not have a friend or a family member using Binance, you can always use Mango's referral ID. I will include a link to that in the description as well. That should give you about a 10% off if I'm not wrong. But full transparency, that also gives us a 10% off. But like I said, if you don't have anyone using the exchange, you can use ours. Perks. Anyways, so like I said, super straightforward. Fill it in, create the account, and for those of you who already have an account on Binance, just go ahead and click login. Now you're gonna find either login on the top right hand side corner, or if you're already registered, right here in like really tiny letters, it says login here. Cool. So login. My credentials have already kind of been autofilled, so I'm just gonna go ahead with that. All right, and so now you're gonna have to sort of just please fit the puzzle piece carefully, which is an additional layer of security on the Binance interface. Essentially, it's just to make sure that you're not a bot. And now I am prompted to put in my Google Authentication. Now, for those of you who just created your account, I believe you are going to be prompted to create your Google authentication to proceed. In fact, you should be. I think that's a requirement to have your Google authentication in place if you want to be if you want to trade using margin on the Binance exchange. So I believe that is a requirement. I'm not entirely sure, but anyways, go ahead and check that. What should happen is that as soon as you log into your account, you're going to be prompted almost immediately saying that set up your Google authentication. And it gives you two options in that. One is the Google authentication app that you can either download from your app store or, well, the Google Play Store, or you can do it via cell phone. Essentially, like they'll probably, I think they send you a text message or they call you or something. It's all automated. So yeah, make sure you set that in. And like I said, you need to enable your 2FA to proceed. Cool. Our next step is creating our margin trading account. Now, if you notice here, we are on our dashboard. Now, if you don't know how to get to your dashboard, if you are on any other screen, you can always hit this nice round button over here that has your initials on it, right? So my initials are KR, and so if you hit that, you'll get a drop down and just hit that first link, which has your email address associated to your account. If you hit that, you're automatically just sort of taken back to your dashboard. So that's that. And now to create that account, so you have your balance details over here. Binance does you a big favor by just kind of blanking everything out for you. So exchange, so you'll notice you have three options over here on top. You have exchange, margin, and futures. Now these are three options that Binance offers to, well, everyone who trades on their account. As soon as you hit that margin button, it says important reminder, margin trading confers a higher profit potential than traditional trading, but also greater risks. Please be aware that in the event of extreme market volatility, there is even a risk that your assets may be liquidated. And by liquidated, what they mean by that is all your assets, everything that you hold in your margin trading account will turn to zero, one big fat zero. Okay, there are instances where this could happen. So you need to employ some level of risk management in your margin trades. So yeah, that's for margin trading. Futures, we're not going over futures in this video. I will be covering it in other videos in the future. So let's get on with it. So essentially, one nice big yellow button right here in front of us, open margin trading account. Super simple, super straightforward. You just click that. All right, now as soon as you hit that big nice yellow button, you are welcomed with another pop-up. Margin account agreement. Now essentially this sort of tells you there are some jurisdictions out there where you cannot trade using margin. You cannot trade using borrowed funds. Essentially, you cannot leverage trade, unfortunately. But these are the jurisdictions. Now, number 1, Iran. 2, North Korea, Syria, Cuba, Crimea, Canada, Japan, South Korea, USA, and its territories. I swear Canada was not there a couple of weeks ago. Okay, but anyways, it's there now. So these are the territories in which you cannot trade on Binance's, well, margin trading exchange. So bear that in mind. There are ways to get around it, but for the sake of this, let's keep it super simple. So yeah, please be mindful that margin trading is subjected to high market risk. It is a sophisticated product and you are highly advised to invest cautiously. Blah, 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 blah. By clicking, I confirm that I have read, understand, and agree to the terms and conditions to this agreement. Guys, read it. Now, I'm just saying blah, 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 but read it just so you know what it is that you are getting into, okay? Read everything. So yeah, I understand. And there we go. Our margin trading account is officially open. Yeah, so like I said, guys, super straightforward. This is how you open it. It's literally a matter of one button. And now you can sort of navigate back onto your dashboard, right? So this is your balance on your margin trading account. If you just look at the top, you see this balance in big, nice, bold letters. There are 4 other options right next to it. There is exchange, margin, futures, and lending. If you hit exchange, it takes you back to, well, your exchange. Your exchange is where you're spot trading. Basically, you're buying and selling cryptocurrencies and you're holding it. Margin is where you borrow. Futures, we'll go over another time. Lending, we'll go over another time. But yeah, this is how you open your margin trading account. In the next section, we are going to be discussing, well, how do you transfer funds onto your margin trading account? So stay tuned for that.